he shimmied it after the bird. He freak lined it all the way up.
He climbed up the small tree, got up there, swayed it over.
That's right.
Jumped over to that tree.
The other did, he shimmied up the small tree.
One hospital.
Hey Russ.
Yeah.
Can you go out to the rescue truck and get the saws off, please? That'd be a lot.
He was up there 15 minutes when we got here. 15 minutes. All right, did you hear that?
There's a couple guys that work
William, can you hear me? Do you have a cell phone on you? Okay. Hey, what we're doing is we got a couple of different options, okay? Just make sure that you stay latched onto that tree the best you can. And as soon as we figure out exactly the best way to get to you, then I'll call you back, or I'll holler at you back and let you know, okay? Are you feeling okay right now?
Once we get it on the ground, get it down here, we just drop it. It'll drop over that land. At least we got a point of attachment.
Well, we got a donut in there that we do with water rescue. We can just
We think we can reach
go between the line, go between these. This is where we're going to come through right here. All he's got to do is put it around and put his arms through it. We're just going right out there and landing over there.
You have to pull the lead line up, cinch it up underneath your arms, and then drop your arms down. You understand? Put you up, the helicopter's going to take you over to a landing zone and drop you down to the ground.
Lower you down.
Lower you down, not drop you down. You understand?
Put his hand in the middle.
William, once you get that thing over your head, if you're going to hold on to that bird, just keep it in front of you. Don't let it get cinched up between. Don't let it get in the way.
18 years.
18 years. Have
The
you
first ever.
Now, when you got here, what was your first thought when you saw this man up 60 feet up?
Well, I was not originally here
Uh-huh.
whenever we got the call, so my understanding that when the guys got here, they could see pretty much right away that we were going to need some type of a helicopter or a rescue team that would be able to either climb a tree or come down from a helicopter and actually be able to go down and get him.
Now, you said earlier that his bird got loose from his home, or?
His bird got loose earlier, and actually we have not been able to actually speak to him, you know, to the exactly what happened, but kind of what we understand is bird got loose, flew up in the tree. There was a smaller pine tree next to the tree that he was in, so he was able to climb that small pine tree, and once he got pretty close to the bird, he jumped over to the bigger tree where the bird was. Well, once he got over there, he wasn't able to come back over to the smaller tree.
Okay.
So he was stuck.
How old this man is?
No idea on his age yet.
Jody, how many departments out here?
We have Porter Fire Department, Houston Fire Department, The Woodlands.
What did you see? You've never seen anything like this in 18 years, except
Nothing. First ever.
you've always got a new rescue every day. Something new pops up.
Never know what's going to come at you.
Talk to us a little bit about how you guys were communicating with him up in the tree.
We were just using a bullhorn to be able to talk to him and what have you. We could actually hear him, but we were using a bullhorn to be able to speak to him up there. So
Okay.
we were giving him exact directions of what the helicopter was going to do once they came to him. He was on a big limb, so we didn't want him jumping to the rope or anything. So we were able to talk to him, very clear voice and message, and he understood everything we were saying. So HPD did try to come down and rescue him also using their water rescue rope, but due to the height of the pine tree, the rope was too short. They were falling about 15 to 20 feet, a little bit too short. So they cannot actually make any type of contact with him whatsoever. So the Coast Guard was on their way from Galveston. They got here and was able to get him out of the tree within about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Jody, how important is it for you? I mean, Porter be working with all these other departments, have a relationship you do with all these departments.
Yeah, it's extremely important. I mean, we're a rural area about 30 miles north of downtown. So, you know, being able to work with the city of Houston and have them actually, their rescue team came from the ship channel. So they had about a 30 to 40 minute ride over here as well. So it's extremely important that all fire departments work together, mutual aiding each other.
Did you ever think this many resources could be acquired this fast?
A lot of resources. Montgomery County Sheriff's Department's here. They got a lot of people dedicated to this scene as well. You know, you probably got somewhere between 30 and 40 firefighters and police officers that are here trying to secure the scene. So over a really an incident that probably could have been taken care of in a different way.
Now, why couldn't firefighters just, you know, take the ladder truck in there and do the ladder?
We've had a lot of rain. We've had 2 to 3 inches within the last week of rain. These fire trucks weigh 5, 10, 20,000 pounds, some of them do. So there's no way for us to be able to pull that truck in there with that heavy ladder truck and be able to raise the ladder without that truck actually sinking into the mud.
Okay.
What about the mosquito fight?
A lot of mosquitoes. A lot of mosquitoes.
Now, where does he live? Does he
Again,
live on this road, or?
we haven't been able to talk to him, so I have no idea where his house is.
Okay, and we don't know where Coast Guard is taking him?
We have at Williams Airport. They're going to take him over to Williams Airport. We're about a mile away from Williams Airport off Porter Lane. They're going to set him down there.
Okay. Now, how do you?
He's dirty and sweaty, but say hello.
What's his name?
Geronimo.
That's right.
Excuse me.
It's all right.
Yeah, he's the umbrella cockatoo. He has the Indian headband like. So I just had to come up with some kind of Indian name or something other fun.
Did you ever think that his name was a little bit, I don't know, ironic given
Yes,
your
ma'am.
situation?
This situation, yes, ma'am. But like I said again, he's my baby, and I do it again.
He's a cockatoo?
Umbrella cockatoo.
He looks like he's doing okay.
Oh yeah, he's besides being started on hungry, I imagine. my blood over him.
How did he get loose? Just
My daughter fed him and didn't put his lock back on his cage, and he's like Houdini, and he opened his latch and got out my bedroom window.
how long have you known? Did you spot him up there right away, or did you know where he was right away, or what?
Well, I was sitting out in the front yard with a friend of mine talking to her, and she just asked me if that was my bird in the tree, and I said, no, that's not my bird, he's in the cage. And I looked over there, and sure enough, it was him. So I did what I had to do to get him back.
You went up the small tree first?
Yes, sir.
And then just swung over, or how'd you get over from that small tree?
I had to rock the tree. I climbed to the top of the small tree with its limber and rocked it back and forth, then I jumped to the big one.
How far off the ground were you when you made the jump?
About 60 foot.
Right about where you were at that fork then?
Oh, a little bit further up.
Oh, a little further up?
I mean, when I jumped to the other tree?
Yeah,
A little bit below, yes, sir, about 15 foot or so.
And it just went up to where the fork was?
Yes, sir.
What happened
Then
coming down? Just wasn't sure about coming down then?
I was just handicapped with one hand. I would have to make a 15-foot jump, a 10-foot jump.
Now, what do you think about all the action playing out? I mean, we've been up there, what, how many hours? 3
about
hours now?
4 hours or so, 3 or 4 hours.
What do you think of all the action playing out on the
I
ground?
never thought all this would come about this. I thought ladder truck would come out, get me out of the tree, and it would have been said and done with. But I didn't know the Coast Guard was going to come rescue me. But
what do you think when you found out the ladder truck couldn't get back there because of the mud and the dirt and mud?
I was thinking about just trying to go in, like I said, jump back to the little tree and go and do it, but they insisted for me not to do so. But I don't know.
Can you bring Geronimo out one more time?
Yes, sir.
What do you think of that HPD helicopter trying to pluck you out of there?
It was. I appreciate their persistence, but it was kind of comical.
Were you kind of worried about getting a hold of that donut and having to get that donut by yourself?
No, they
without
was trying to
someone
tell me I need to throw my bird away, and like I told them, I wasn't throwing my bird. I'd stay up there all night, but I wasn't getting rid of my bird.
And what is your name?
William.
William, what's your last name?
Hart.
H-A-R-T?
Yes, sir.
And how old are you, William?
I'm 35 years old.
Okay.
Now, where do you live? Do you live right there in Lindo?
Well, I'm staying there at my mother's. I'm kind of going through a divorce, and I'm supposed to be moving out this weekend.
Okay. Did your bird get hurt?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
No, ma'am. He's fine.
Okay. I see
What
you've got a little blood on
Yeah, that's
your
from my
hand.
finger.
You cut your finger on
Yes.
the tree?
Well, he actually bit me when the helicopter was coming in and scared him.
That's your finger.
Oh, it just a little bite, man.
What about when the Coast Guard helicopter came over, all that wind blowing and everything else? What'd
I
you
was
think about that?
kind of feeling the top of the tree might have break off, and besides that,
When the Coast Guard got down to you, what did he tell you? Just
he just told me just hold on and let him do the job, and he kind of directed me and gave me instructions what I needed to do, and I just followed his instructions, and everything came out fine.
what did you think of him with the persistence? I mean, the way he's gripping it, that tree limb
Yeah,
with his legs like
I
that,
was
hanging
thinking,
on.
I thought he had a little cat squirrel on him or something other when he's spinning
How
around.
were you
But
feeling? Were you scared?
oh, I was fine. I mean, but
How many cigarettes did you have? I noticed
I
you were
smoked 2 while I was
smoking.
up there, 5 hours. I thought I did pretty good.
How long were you up there?
About 4 or 5 hours.
Well, how long before the fire department got out there?
Well, we got up there at 5 o'clock. What is it? About 9 now.
Yeah.
It's dark.
And you said that your daughter forgot to put the latch on
Yes,
the
ma'am.
cage
Yes, ma'am.
and
The
came
lock.
out through the bedroom window, did you
Yes,
say?
ma'am. I had the bedroom window open.
And at the time you were out on the patio or porch, you said?
I was in the
talking-
front yard.
In the front yard,
Yes,
just
ma'am.
talking to a neighbor or something?
It was a friend of mine.
And you noticed, and he noticed. He or
Oh, she noticed.
noticed the bird?
Yes, ma'am. And she told me it was there, and said, "No, that's not my bird. He's in the cage." And oh my gosh. But anyways, I'm ready to get home.
Did you ever think that limb was going to break loose or anything like that? I mean,
I was kind of that thought ran through my mind when the helicopter was flying above us. I mean, everything was shaking. I seen the trees behind them breaking, and I was kind of that thought was ran through my mind anyways. The possibility could break, especially the old pine trees. I mean, you never can tell.
so one profession you won't take up is tree climbing.
Well, I'll do it again.
How long
You
have
live
had
around
your
here?
own-
Yes, sir, in New Caney, Porter area. Yes, sir.
New Caney, around New Caney?
Yes, sir.
But you're saying
You're out there for quite a while today. What did you think of the whole ordeal?
Oh, I was glad he's okay. You know, glad he didn't hurt himself or nothing up in the tree.
What did you think when he first got up there? I mean, he couldn't get down.
Well, I didn't know, you know, I thought he was going to be okay. I thought he was going to be able to get down, you know, without any kind of problems or anything. But it kind of scared me.
Okay. Yeah, what's your name, Debbie? What's your last name?
Mizell,
Spell that.
M-I-Z-E-L-L.
Okay. What did you think of the whole thing playing out, the rescue?
The phone. I was kind of worried, you know, and then when you know, one of the fire guys told me they were going to try to get him down as soon as they could, you know. So I was kind of, you know, shocked, you know, glad, you know, they was gonna get him down, you know. But I kept on asking him, he's gonna be okay, is he gonna be able to get down okay? And he told me, yeah.
All right.